Good evening, friends. This is Vijay Sarathi, a practicing chartered accountant from Pavanasam, Thanjavur district. It's a small town nearer to the native of Hariharan sir. And I'm practicing since 2013 with the firm Yes Hariharan and Associates. I did articleship also with the same firm. It's a medium-sized firm having around 60 staff members. And now Hariharan sir has asked me to speak about the preparation for examination. I'm not an academician. I am right from my qualification as a chartered accountant. I am in the field of practice and I am in the continuous practice. But still, I can share my experience how I prepared through the articleship period and also during the final examination period. At that time, when I was doing articleship, there was no uh, examinations during the articleship period. After completion of 3 years of articleship, only I can do the final examinations. So I had no interruptions during the articleship period. Before articleship period, I had my PE2, professional educational 2 qualification, and I completed my inter before my articleship. Only after completing inter, I could be able to join the articleship at that time. So I had some time to prepare for my both inter examinations and also final examinations. I cleared my inter during the first attempt itself, but I took some more time for final. The reason behind is that lack of preparation. Why there was a lack of preparation is that I involved in too much of work. I got myself involved in the work. I worked a lot for the firm since it is my own firm because it's my father's firm. So I took much interest and worked on that and lost the preparation for examinations. But still, I was able to complete it with good marks. And especially, I got exemption in costing. Got around 68 or 70, I think so. All because of the tips given by Hariharan sir, and he taught a lot for casting. I was worrying about casting during the initial stages of final, but he made it very easy. Generally, he will be asking questions during the mid of his sessions. At that time, it was like we will be thinking why sir is asking like school children these kind of questions and all, but it helped a lot in the exam center. We may get one question regarding that question which asked by Hariharan sir. At that time, we have said this answer like that. Spark will come in the examination center. So these kind of things we lack in CA curriculum. Just think of about our school days. What we will do? We will have 8-hour classes. We will be learning things, and they will be giving homework. We will come back to home, do some homework, and go for play. And morning once again we'll go to school. It will be the school curriculum. But in CA, what we do? We read, we go for coaching classes, we work, we write exams. So management of time is much important for a CA student, and also handling the work education balance. Okay, work and studying, that has to be balanced. Generally, for nowadays, the curriculum is that after articleship of 9 months or so, you can attend for inter, and after the 2.5 years, you can attend for final. I think so. That is the curriculum. I think so. Uh, so nowadays, also there are coaching classes, a lot of coaching classes. So selection of coaching classes is also much important for getting things done. Articleship also important for doing if people are really interested in getting into practice. Articleship gives you a lot of experience and also a lot of education in the you earn a lot of education in the articleship. Now, generally, how to prepare for examinations is a great difficulty running through all the minds of CA students. According to me, CA is not such a difficult subject if you compare it with doctor or PhD or something or aeronautical science. It is not much difficult. Only thing is that we lack the we do not spend time for practice. Lack of practice is the only problem for lot of failures. I have seen lot of persons who have failed only due to lack of practice. Now let me take through the practice how I did for my examinations both in inter and final. I'll just give an overall view, and it is not restricted to inter or final. Generally we will have accountancy paper. In accountancy there will be consolidation of accounts, amalgamation, and some small topics like valuation and human resource accounting, mutual funds, like that. Concentrate on that small topics: human resource accountant, valuation, mutual funds. Definitely you will get a question. So if you go through the book back questions, that is questions given in the back side of the study material, definitely you will have one question in every alternate exam. So that will easily fetch you 10 to 16 marks. Okay, then you can take a bigger chapter like consolidation or amalgamation. Generally everyone will be attending the coaching classes, and there they would have been guided you with some material like questions, and it will be worked out in the classroom sessions. In the classroom sessions, definitely your teacher will be taking through step-by-step analysis. Like if you take consolidation, there will be date of acquisition, then that segregation of post-acquisition and pre-acquisition profits, shareholding pattern, value of goodwill. Everything will be given to you step by step. Goodwill or capital reserve, calculating goodwill or capital reserve, reserves for consolidated balance sheet. Everything will be given to you. Intercompany transactions, elimination of intercompany. So if you memorize those 14 steps in consolidation or some 21 steps in amalgamation, definitely any teacher will definitely take through those 14 steps or 21 steps in consolidation or amalgamation. If you get that ease of the 14 steps or 21 steps, you can apply it straight away from one question to other question, and only small tricky areas will be there, which you can get it practiced through while preparing for examination. When you come back from you will be definitely there will be those who are doing article, you will be having tough time only during the 44 AB period generally. So apart from 44 AB period, definitely you will get a time of around morning 2 hours you will have, and evening 2 hours you will have. So every day after attending the coaching classes, evening or in the morning, try to get used to whatever you have learnt in the coaching classes. Either you go through accounts problems or the step-by-step analysis what they taught in the coaching classes. This will help you a lot while preparing for examinations. And during the examination time, don't go and you are taking leave for examination, and at that time if you see step 1 date of acquisition, if you are memorizing that, definitely you will forget in the examination. So these things you should get used to only during the free time when you are attending the coaching classes. Then generally major areas in accounts we will have around accounting standards. Accounting standards, it is very easy to catch it either in days or normal accounting standards. You take daily one accounting standard, go through it. Generally you can have some books like MPV sir or DS Rawat. There they will be giving the extracts. They will not be giving entire paragraph. They will be taking the important aspects of the accounting standard and giving you straightly for the examination aspect. So those all you have a read, and those main points you don't see and write it in a paper, chart it out in the paper. So you'll be used to it by having a chart for it. Every day one accounting standard you read it. After that, after completing the 29 or 33 accounting standards, after you get used to it, what is in the accounting standard, if you learn to know, it will be easy for you to handle the problems given backside of the study material. This is with regard to accounts generally. Then auditing. With regard to auditing, main area what you have to concentrate is that ethics. Ethics, definitely you will get around 10 to 15 marks. 10 to 15, there are around 2 schedules, and 2 schedules you make as a tabular form. Part 1, Part 2, and in Schedule 2, Part 1, Part 2, you have a thorough understanding of the ethics. And I tell you, you can memorize it, or whatever you do, you get very much accustomed to those 2 schedules, and Schedule 1 and Schedule 2 of Chartered Accountants Regulations Act. definitely, undoubtedly, you will get straight away, you will get 10 to 15 marks in auditing. After that, you have got company audit, and there are also small chapters like departmental audit and propriety audit and all. Those all you can just brush up through the study material. And generally, I tell you, please use the study material. Don't think that it is a heavy book and all. It will be very easy to read for students. It will be at a very good English, understandable English, and it will be very useful for you. Regarding SFM, strategic financial management, definitely it is a tough subject if you don't touch it. If you touch it, it is a very easy subject and you can earn very good marks. Initially, I got failures only in SFM, but once I used to do it and work on it more and more, lot of practice. So you have to practice all the book back problems, and also the practice manual you will be having, and also the revision test paper. Revision test paper will be given, will be released now and all. You can get it through the website itself. Revision test paper questions, minimum 20 marks you will get from RTP. So you have to go through the RTP before examinations. And SFM, you need sheer practice. Only if you practice, you can clear the examination. And forex management and all, those are all easy topics if you understand it. And if you attend a coaching class, definitely you can crack through it and get around 60 marks or 70 marks for a normal practice. If you practice it well, undoubtedly you can get more than 80 marks in SFM. Only practice, you just practice it. After attending the coaching classes in the evening, it will be only on the alternate days. One day it will be in accounts and one day it will be SFM. So that when it is done alternate days, you can definitely in the evening of the coaching classes, after attending the coaching classes, you have to practice it. This different makes you to get a good mark in an examination rather than failures. This is what we are not doing. CA students are not doing. Don't think that if you are completing CA inter and you are in CA final, don't think you have completed everything and you are not a student just doing a professional degree or a higher study. This is the life of a student. This is a some students have never done degree and all, they will straight away come to CA. So this is the life of that kind of student. So that you cannot be very lethargic by simply taking that studying only in the examination leave time and all. Don't take that kind of adventures. You have to go through it any study material daily, at least for a half an hour. You have to get used to read the study material and practice the problems for practical questions. Then we are having law. With regard to law, generally there will be a lot of questions from company law and also like foreign exchange management act. Everything, these are all very easy law. And only thing is that go through the study material. And there are some books, some good books are available in the market. There will be like question answer type books will be there, and those kind of books really help you. You select a book which is really useful for you. Generally I don't tell you the name of the books and all. Nowadays I don't know what are the books available, so you select the book which you get ease to read it and all, and go through the questions and get ease of law section wise. See, they say if you don't mention the section you don't get mark, but I tell you, mention the section, read section wise. If you read section wise, it will be easy to achieve anything in your practice or in your later days of employment or practice. You read the law with section number. Definitely you have to read it with section number. If section numbers are just, you need not remember it, just once you get used to it 2 or 3 times if you study it, you will never forget the section numbers and the law company law or FEMA, everything you will never. And in FEMA you have generally 2 schedules, capital account transactions and current account transactions. Generally the question will come from that. And in residential status in FEMA question will be coming. These are all regular questions will be asked every alternate exam. So what I am telling is that you have a research on the question papers. Take 5 years question papers. May, what are all the questions asked, you see. In November, what are all the questions asked, you just see. and you will be used to it. If you see 5 attempt papers, oh, this is the question asked. So intelligently you have to handle the examination, and really you need a much practice for any kind of professional examination. Then let us go for direct access. Direct access, I tell you, in May exams, generally the questions will be asked from amendments. Definitely there will be 20 to 30 marks in the amendment. You get the RTP in the front few pages, the direct access RTP, front few pages, there will be a lot of amendments. And if you go through it, amendments and also case laws. Remember the name of the case law. Remember the name of the case law. If you write it, and when you write in the exam, write if they are asking case law based questions, you can have facts of the case and analysis of the case, relevant legal pronouncement, name of the case law, and conclusion. In this format, if you do it, you have to practice this before exams during the exam holidays. If you practice this, definitely you will get much higher marks in direct access. Definitely you have to concentrate on amendments. With regarding indirect access, it is very easy now. Only GST law, it is a new law, and definitely you will learn things and it will be interesting. There are only some of the topics. If you see right from definitions, valuation, classification, these all if you go through, you will really understand and it will be much interesting. There are around 14 valuation rules. Those valuation rules really will help you in examinations in cracking the problems. A lot of problems will be asked from valuation, and most of the case laws will come from uh, what to say, classification. So the recent case laws and recent amendments, if you go through, GST also won't be a much difficult issue. And I tell you, with regard to direct tax and indirect tax, I have seen lot of questions are asked from book bag, from the study material. So lot of people doesn't go through study material. It is a major mistake done by CA students. And please, I request every one of you, just go through the study material. And with regard to ISCA, it is very easy. Don't think that it is very difficult. Just you, there are only 10 chapters, I think so. Now I don't know whether there is a computer paper or not, that information system audit is there or not. But generally, with regard to information system audit, if you go through a day, 2 or 3 days, you select a topic and get used to it, read it, so that you will get an ease of the subject, and then it will be very easy for you to get an exemption in those kind of subjects, because just you have to reproduce what you study, and good English, if it is there, it is really sufficient. Nowadays I also think that there are international taxation topic is there. International taxation is very basic. International taxation is given for you people, and that regarding that double taxation avoidance agreement, and generally in double taxation avoidance agreement there will be a common clause article. They say it as article, from article 1 to 14, same kind of things will be there. If you get used to it, it will be very easy for you. International taxation also you can score much high marks. And last I come for costing. Costing is a very practical paper, and if you practice, more and more practice is required for costing. One, cost management is a very much practical paper. Only if you practice, you will get higher marks in costing. You need minimum, you require 2 to 3 times of practice before examination. Right from the coaching classes, you have to practice for costing, and undoubtedly, if you get practiced, definitely you will get exemption in costing. Then the day before examination, don't ever study a new topic. Don't ever study a new topic. Keep cool as much as you can. Keep your health from the examination leave and all. Avoid junk foods. Avoid fast foods and all. Take healthy fruits, some salad, some rice item, whatever healthy food you can prepare in your home. You just have it. Have some hot water. It will refresh your mind. And before, during the course of examination, and also during the course of examination holidays, and also during the examination period, for those 18 days, 16 days or so, You can have some hot water drinks. It will be definitely useful. It will keep your mind fresh, having hot water, healthy foods. Keep your health also. Only if your health is good, your mind will be clear. And the day before examination, don't get tensed. If you are not studied any one topic, just don't worry about that, whether they will ask any questions or not. Don't worry about that. Do it whatever you have done it, just give a try. Don't worry about the topics you have not studied. And then the day before exam, the maximum possible you have, you don't touch the any book. Just go for any new topics, just go for revision. And if possible, don't touch the book at all. So that much you should have prepared. Only the refreshment what you have taken notes during your course of studies and all, you should have it. And that I think generally you have the exam during 2 to 5. So from morning 11 to 2, don't ever touch the book, don't ever touch the book. It will really create a panic to you. Enjoy during the after completing exam, go for half an hour play. Just play a shuttle with your brother or sisters, whoever is available, or watch some good comedy movies or some comedies for the next 1 hour or 2 hours, and then go for the next subject preparation. So this is what I have done during my exam time, and I really think this will be useful for you. In case of any articleship needs, or in case of exam preparation or motivation, you can have my number from Hariharan sir, and definitely I will help you. And one more thing, write lot of tests. I forgot to tell it. Hariharan sir is doing a great job by conducting postal series of tests. A lot of tests he is conducting. Please attend those kind of tests. It will give you a lot of confidence in you, so that you can get very high marks in the examinations by writing mock tests. That will really be helpful for you, because I have done it in my inter and also in final. For attending exams itself, now Hariharan sir is doing like this. Earlier in Trichy, one madam was doing. I have attended that madam's exam unit test. Unit wise, she will keep a test, and I got exemption in all those unit tests, so that only I was able to crack inter in the first attempt itself. So that I request all the CA students to have a mock test before examinations, and also unit tests if possible. And I think really Hariharan sir is doing a great job by conducting such a kind of test. And I wish you all a very all the best for your forthcoming examinations. And I hope this session was really useful to you. If you have any doubts, please get my number from Hariharan sir and call me. Thank you very much. Nandri.